This is Katie Walker, and for this presentation I'll be talking about a project that incorporates a design for a smartphone, a tablet, as well as for the desktop. For this particular assignment, I decided to look for apps and designs and things that were associated with architecture and contractors and whatnot. And to be honest, I couldn't find a whole lot. I found a few here and there, like this kind of fun leveling app, or there was an app where you could take pictures of architecture and leave notes and take circle shots where you can notice problem areas, which I thought was a great idea. Or there were some other applications where you could physically, well maybe not physically, but you could build a blueprint, which I thought was pretty awesome. But the problem is, and here's an app for measuring. The problem is they're all separate. You have to download 4, 5, 6 different applications in order to do the same thing. And it's the same, I couldn't find anything for the tablet, and it was kind of the same for the desktop. There wasn't a whole lot that was usable. So what my idea was to combine all of that and add some little fun, good, useful things for contractors and architects to use on the job or for fun. And here are some blueprints that I found and some desktop websites. And in these you can see that these are more of the blueprint design. This is where you could find some architecture and some other fun things. So from there, that's kind of where I decided to go. I looked at some architecture websites and thought and pulled some of those elements and put them together into one website. So here are my sketches for the iPhone, and then from there it goes to the iPad, which has a lot of the same features, but the addition of this Create section, because it's a bigger screen, it's a little bit easier to create blueprints. And here are some sketches of what I wanted for the desktop. So from there, I went into the wireframes, and from the wireframes I went into design. And within Illustrator, I created these proofs, or prototypes if you will. So these are images of 6 screens from the desktop. Here's the launch screen, this first screen right here. Here is an image of the Create screen that you could use on the website, but in order to save your project or what have you, you have to log in, and here's the login screen with different ways that you can log in. You'll see here, client, architecture, contractor, and they at least that there is a huge difference between the client and the architect, and I'll tell you about that in just a moment. And here you have a list of all of the projects that have been worked on. You can put them in different, you can sort them differently. You can pull out all of the completed ones. You can make the list of in-progress ones, or you could create a new project. And you see here's a completed project in there, and some others at different progress levels. So if you click on one of those, it brings you to this screen where it has the name of that project, the progress, and it has the project information. And then from there you can click on the blueprints of the project, photos of the on-site, and some communications or notifications that are associated with that. You notice there's this little icon here that says there's a notification. There are 2 communications. Now, as I said before, you can log in as a client, and when you log in as a client, it just pulls you directly to that project that you asked to be completed. And if you have several, then it will list those. But for our purposes today, it will pull you to your project, which looks very similar to this. The difference is you can't reply to communications, you can't upload photographs, you can't change any information. What you can do is send the communication to the architect. So from there, I went in and created the iPhone app. Here you see the logo, and this is the launch screen. And without even logging in, you have access to the tools, news, and events, and cameras. But within the tools, you have the level and the measure, and again the camera. So it's just for ease of access. And here's what it could look like with the level. And then once you do log in, you have the list of your properties, just like on the desktop. And when you click on a property, it gives you options, and it's basically the same as if you were on the desktop, more or less. And then you have some events. If you click on use an event, that's what this screen looks like. Now, if you'll notice in each one, there is this background, which I thought was kind of fun, and it's applicable to what it is. This is just a copy of a blue pen that I took a transparency down and just put it there in the background. Here are some views for a tablet or the iPad. This is the screen that would pull up after you've logged in, right? So you've got all of these that you can choose from. You notice that they've got a couple of notifications here. So if you push the notifications, it shows you where those notifications are. And if you click that, it tells you what the notifications are. It tells you what needs to be done, and it would tell you from who, it would give you the date, and if you click on these, it would give you pictures and locations of where those needed to be taken or taken care of. And again, there's events and news, and here we have the create part of the application on the iPad and tablet. Thank you.